Good morning and welcome back to the Bluayado channel. This is a special episode for Sunday. You guys might have heard, might not have heard, but Max is doing reverse splits on 12 securities. I personally think it's a long time in the waiting. I was wondering if they were going to let these things go down to zero before they thought about possibly saving them and doing a reverse split. I think now, um, definitely needs to be done. I don't know if the sentiment of the investors are with them though. Um, because I think they took too long to do it. To tell you the truth, I have sold out of most of my yield max positions, and I didn't want to get to that point because I really like yield max. Yield max have made me a lot of money. I've been with them, probably a few months after it started. So I've been in yield max for a long time, and I really didn't want to do it. But these returns and these exodus out of Yield Max, I didn't want to be the last one in there. I didn't want to lose my shirt. Obviously, you got to protect yourself. So, yeah, it's a long time coming. For some of these things were down to $1 and change, and you were wondering if it was even going to be delisted at some point, and you just never make your money back. We're getting payments like 2 cents on stuff, 3 cents, and even though it's a weekly payment, it's really terrible. So, I did think that this was going to happen. So, 12 of the securities that are very low, some of them that I didn't think actually met the criteria for reverse split is actually being reverse split too. So, we have two ratios. It's going to be some that's um, you're going to get 1 for 5, and some of them are 10 for 1. So, the one I showed you right now on the screen is from sec.gov, and this was released on the 14th. Max released this on November 14th, which was Friday. Today is November 16th, Sunday, so I'm a little behind. But I'm getting it to you before the trading days, right? So this was released on the 14th. Actually, that was the payday for most of Group 2. So as you were getting paid, they were behind the scenes loading stuff in and issuing changes in yield max to get reverse splits approved, and they were approved. So we do have the dates. So the effective date is going to be December 1st, 2025, and post split, your new rates are going to happen on December 2nd. So on December 2nd, for all of these are what they're covering right now, all the shorts for Tesla, Nvidia, and Coinbase, which is crash, dips, and fiat. So all of those are going to have a 1 for 10 reverse split happening on effective date December 1st and post trading date December 2nd. And then if you know what happens, let's just go for the details they put down here for you. You're going to get new QSIP, so it's going to change your identifier should still be the same. It should still say crash dips and fiat, but the QSIP is changing. That really more matters to your brokerage account than because you buy by the ticker anyway. So ticker is staying the same, but the QSIP is changing. So you'll know the old ones and the new ones. So what's gonna happen is if you had 1,000 shares of, say, crash before the split, after the split you're only gonna have 100 shares. The value of that 100 shares is going to change from $10 to $100, right? And then but the actual that's like the NAV for it, right? The value of it is still going to be the same. So if you multiplied 1,000 by $10, you would have got 10,000. And if you multiply 100 by 100, you still get 10,000. So your value is still going to be the same. Buy means that's just what you have right now. Will people like this idea and sell off of it? Probably. Whatever rate you saw on Friday might be dropping as you speak. I kind of saw it coming. You guys did see me do my sell off on Wednesday. I wasn't getting anything basically from group two because I already sold out of it. Because I kind of saw this coming. I saw the exodus out of Yield Max, and I just didn't want to be the last one in. And the payments for the weeklies really didn't look that great either. So it was other stuff out there that you could have got better payments from and were worth, just doing better than Yield Max was doing right now. So I did move a little early. Thank goodness. But again, so, it's 12 of them. I made a little chart, but I just wanted to show you the official one from sec.gov that has three of them on it. And this came out on the 14th. So that's the gist of it. Um, we get to the list that I made personally for all 12 of them. Let's see what we got here. So it's two rates that's going on. The ones that's a little bit higher, um, the rate is five. You get for every one you have, for every five you have, you're gonna get one new share, right? And you basically do whatever the current price is, say 9.35 for ABNY, uh, times five, and that should be the new price. But when people find out about this on Monday, it's no guarantee that this is going to stay at $9. This probably drop a dollar or two before the end of the month when this stock split takes place the 1st of December. So who knows what the price will be eventually in December 1st for these things now that people know that they're going to have a reverse split. And like I said, I made this red because this is the second time the Tesla one is doing a reverse split. And we all saw that too happen. It went to $30. It had what was it, 2 for 1 back when they did it. Now it's up to a 5 for 1 now. So it had a 2 for 1 before, and it still went down to $7. Now it's a 5 for 1. I don't know if this can make it come back personally. This is just my own take on it. Again, do your own research and stuff on that. Second time around for a reverse split for Tesla, though. That's all I gotta say for that. So these up here are doing a 5 for 1, and like I said, I just did the current price. The rate right now. The price is this, and this is what you should have on December 1st. If the price stays the same, but it probably won't. It probably will drop. It probably will because I'm gonna do something real quick here too, because it still depends on what they eventually pay you when it's $46, right? So if you're still getting these like under 20-cent payments when this thing is $46, you're not going to be happy about it. So it still depends on what they actually pay you as the distribution after this happens. Because if you still don't like it, you're not going to stay either. That's all I got to say for it. Still don't like it. If it's still going to be weekly, maybe monthly does better for them. Maybe they can get more done when it's per month, and maybe a weekly payment idea wasn't a good idea for Max because they would have had more wiggle room between the weeks to figure out eventual payment for the month. Everybody can't do weekly, right? So maybe that could have been the change. I'm talking a lot, but let's get to the point here. The next set of things, so there's five of these that's going to do a 5 for 1 reverse split, which is A and BY, OR, Tesla, XY, ZY, and YBit, which are all under $10. Missy is getting close to under $10, so glad it didn't make it in here. Hopefully it makes a comeback. Who knows? Then it's Ulti. These are the ones that were, well, some of these are $5. Okay, so they even put some $5 ones here. But yeah, so basically the ones that I made red, you can tell they definitely need a reverse split or they were going to be delisted. It was going to go to zero, to tell you the truth. We're 150 right here, Murney. Wow. 267, $1.96 for AIYY. It's really nuts. So Ulti again right now is 421. It's been a long time when it was around $5 and it was good. It was paying 9 cents and 10 cents, and it was just good at $5, and everybody was making their money and they were happy. But then it just couldn't keep it up, and now they're on the reverse stock split list now too. So for a price of $4.21 at a 1 for 10 reverse split, it's going to turn out to be $42.10. That's if this doesn't keep dropping before December 1st. This is as of Friday's price. So you don't know what it's going to be at the end of the month and into December. It's November 16th, guys. 17 days away for the effective date. I don't know what this price might be. Even this one, Bernie, I don't know, might go down to 96 cents or something. Who knows what it might be in 17 days. So probably won't even be $15.20 at the end of that. It might be $9.60 or something. I don't know. So anyway, why this could be a bad idea, right? For people who do options, you need 100 shares to trade options. Right now, 100 shares is nothing for $4.21. But if you make it $42.10, that's a whole nother story, right? So let's do the math on that one. Times 100. $421. You can do a whole bunch of option tradings on OT right now. It's nothing, right? Then if you do the new price, 42.10 times 100. You need $4,210 to do one option trade. Big difference. So if you don't even get the money and the dividends to back this up, and it's messing up your options trading, then yield max does nothing for you, right? So this is why this reverse split could be a bad idea, right? This is why it's a bad idea. Option trading, bad idea. You get less multiples, right? So the dividends are less unless they multiply it by what you got paid. So you can do the recent payment, right? Recent payment on dividend payment on OT was 6 cents, right? So 6 cents, 0.06. And you had 100 shares before, times 100. $6, right? Hopefully, you might get the same payment if they make it 60 cents. But do you think they really could pay you 60 cents on this? I think not, right? And especially if people sell it off and it goes down to $3.90 or something like that. Are they still going to pay you 60 cents? It might be 50 cents. That way you're going to lose money. So it's not going to work. So that way it's still not good either, because you still don't know what it's going to end up being. 16 cents was the last payment. 6 cents was the last payment. It might be even lower in the 2 weeks before we get to December 1st. It might be 5 cents. It might go down to 4 cents if this thing goes down to 3 and change, right? So then now you got less shares. So you had 100, now you got 10, right? You got less shares. And even if it's 50 cents. Already lost $1. That's being conservative, saying that by the end of this, you might get 5 cents, and then, 5 times 10, which is the rate, would give you what they'll pay you on the new side of $42. That's being nice. It probably won't be that much. It probably won't be 50 cents at all. It might be 46 cents, something like that. You're going to lose a lot of money, to tell you the truth. So you're going to get less payment in dividends, right? You got less multiples, and this price might actually drop after the reverse split. People might sell it off still. That's why I'm going to the next one. Possible sell off. Even after the split, this price might tank. You might not even get $42. It might go down to 20 something dollars. That would mean this had went down to $2 before the split. Might happen. So you can still get a possible sell off even after reverse split if they don't like this new payment, which could happen. And like I said, Tesla is reverse splitting for the second time. That means even after the first reverse split that happened, still not working. Still not working for Tesla. And like I said before, the dividend payments per share may be low, which, as we see, could possibly happen with 17 days more to go until effective date. So that's my take on it. I don't see anything positive about this reverse split at all, to tell you the truth. Only thing it is saving it from being delisted. So that's a positive take on it. If you guys know any positive takes on this reverse split, let me know. Because if the company in general is doing a sell off before this, I doubt they'll be happy about this news at all. The um, you know, retail traders are not gonna be happy about it. Institutional traders are probably not gonna be happy about it. And money is gonna exodus out of Yield Max like crazy. I can't say anything personally because my own personal money has exited out of Yield Max. I am down to just this for third week here. I got Carvana, Dre, the Gold One, Huey, and Platy, and that's because it didn't go over my cost basis yet. If this thing does go under my cost basis, I may sell them too, because my cost basis on Platy is 55, and it's very close to it. And then the next payment, this one was already under $1. So, I mean, is it worth keeping it for that payment, or can I put this somewhere else? It's Platy a lot of other places. So, I mean, it's Plantier coverage a lot of other places. I could have put it there. These are the ones that were still green for me, is why I didn't sell it off. But if they turn red, it could be nothing for me for Group 2 for Yield Max. Group 1 is actually still doing good, but I did get rid of my ulti. I did just up my ulti, and I got rid of it because ulti was tanking too much for me. So, yeah, I mean, going into next week is going to be interesting. Starting off tomorrow on the 17th, this is what I look like for Group 2 and Group 1. I got rid of SDTY and ulti. So, that's what it is. But anyway, I don't want to make this video that long. Just really highlighting the reverse splits that's happening in Yield Max, why I think it's a bad idea. And this news came out on Friday for the splits. And again, effective date is December 1st. Post trading date is December 2nd. And it's two different rates, one for 5 and one for 10 on 12 securities in Yield Max. So that's that. That's the end of the video. Let's not make it that long. See you guys again on Wednesday. Happy trading. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, guys.